And so we say hi again, everybody, and welcome to a playoff edition of Coach's Corner, as we're joined by the coach of the Farmington Falcons, Kory Cioroch. I think it's safe to say upset winners last Friday night over Oak Park. The final score was 12-6, and with the win, the Falcons, 7-1 on the season, will advance now and take on the University of Detroit Jesuit Cubs at Falcon Field Friday night at 7 o'clock. Coach, I had the opportunity to speak with you on the phone the morning after that win on the road against an 8-1 Oak Park team, and as you pointed out last week, a team that had beaten numerous playoff teams over the course of the regular season, a team which had won the division one level up from the division the Falcons play in. I think the best way we could characterize your attitude 1 week ago when we taped was you were not overconfident about the Oak Park Knights.
No, we knew they were a good football team, which they are a good football team. We were just more focused on what we had to do to win, and go into war like we told our kids, and we sure did that. So,
well, let's talk about the game. You fell behind in the second quarter, 6-0, and kind of a fluke play, a long pass that one Oak Park receiver, the intended receiver, didn't catch, but he batted it up in the air, and one of his teammates came down with it in the end zone. So now you're on the road, you're trailing 6-0. Tell us what happened after that, especially as you move towards halftime.
So that's definitely, we talk to our kids about adversity all the time. That's like the definition of adversity. What you might not realize is that play came one play after a fumble on our behalf as well. They chuck it up, ball gets tipped, long pass gets caught by one of their kids. We didn't hang our heads. Our motto's been next play, moved on to the next play, kept playing football. Absolutely.
Right before halftime, you get a 40-yard field goal from your kicker, Eli Bride. Unusual. 40's the outer limit pretty much for high school kicks. You had to feel pretty good when that one went through.
Yeah, he can really boot it. He made a very long field goal. It was the whole process of the field goal, the snap, the hold, the kick was great. We really needed those points too, so that was a big time kick.
Maybe gave you a bit of a lift as you went to the locker room as well.
No doubt. We know we're a defensive football team. We've held a lot of people to not much on through the air or on the ground. So we were hoping it was going to be a defensive game. It was a battle, and 6-3 going into halftime. We knew we were right in it. Our kids believed, and it was exciting.
And then we always talk about the three components of football: offense, defense, special teams. Special teams often overlooked, but it was special teams that came up big for you in this one.
Absolutely.
In the second half.
Absolutely. We blocked the punt in the second half. Prior to the block punt, they snapped the ball over the punter's head, got a safety.
So now it's 6-5.
Absolutely. It's like a baseball game.
There we go, right.
So we get that. We keep playing stout defense, not trying to do too much on offense, make mistakes. We get the ball down to their goal line. Third and goal, don't get it, want to take the points to go up, and we miss a very, very short field goal, inside of extra point length. Obviously, for kids that can get them down, it didn't for our kids. We just kept going under our motto, next play. Went back and played, stuffed them 3 and out when they went to punt, blocked the punt, went in and scored, won the football game.
Can't chow with the game-winning touchdown.
Absolutely. Tough running back, really runs inside the tackles really well. Been with us for 3 years on varsity and really working his butt off.
Absolutely. The problem is when he scores, there's about 8 minutes to go in the football game. Imagine the stomachs churning on the sideline.
Absolutely. We just kept playing. We knew we were up, but we didn't focus on how much time was left. Just go execute what we do, and we did.
I asked you the morning after the game if this was the biggest win of your career, and you reminded me that your team won a district last year, so the answer to that question would be no. But you also said it might be the greatest win in Falcon football history. Now, as I mentioned, those of us who were there in 1972 when the Falcons beat the Raiders at Holland Field 27-0 might disagree, but let's not fight. That was a great win by the Falcons.
Absolutely. So, I just think with the matchup of Oak Park, so many people had them favor. A lot of people had them favor winning the state championship, one of the top couple teams in the state of Michigan. Not a lot of people are giving us a chance. I just think the upset nature of the victory sort of made it a big thing, and really, with the bad taste that we had in our mouth from Week 8 from losing the game to North, we really wanted to get that out of there. And it was amazing how our kids reacted. They did a great job.
It's early in the week. It's only Tuesday as we tape. What's the mood of your ball club heading into the next one Friday night against UofD Jesuit?
And we still got all our football equipment. We get to go out on the football field and play football still. And I think that's a major, major thing. 2/3, 3/4 of the football teams in the state of Michigan right now are at home. They're on vacation.
Right.
So we're playing football, and I think that's the mood we're just excited to be here still.
Well, we called the game UofD Jesuit versus North Farmington here last Saturday. I know you were there scouting like any good coach would. They came into that ball game with a record of 6-3, and as I watched them, it was a stunning upset. Maybe upset's not the word. A stunning result because you expected North Farmington. You expected it's going to be a close game. North Farmington's a 9-0 football team heading into that one, and UofD Jesuit dominated the football game. They wound up winning at 34-21, but they led 27-7 late, and it was a pretty lopsided affair. What was your takeaway? What did you think of the Cubs?
Really good football team.
Yeah.
Play tough competition throughout the whole year. They play 3 of the big-time Catholic schools, Brother Wright, Catholic Central, De La Salle, as well as some other really good football teams throughout the year. I think they played 6 playoff teams throughout the year, and they're a battle-tested team.
Right.
It was very disciplined, and you got athletes and tough and well coached and all that.
The thought I had watching them and reflecting on that 6-3 record of theirs is, who's beating these guys? I mean, they look pretty solid.
No doubt, good football team.
There we go.
But we're a good football team, so we're excited to go play.
Exactly right. Now, you saw what they can do. They're effective through the air. They've got some pretty solid running backs as well. How can your defense stop them?
I think we stop everybody. So, we got a game plan, and I think our defense is really carrying our ball club right now. Just continue to play tough defense, do what we do. Execute. Execution is a big word in football and sports in general. Just go execute our game plan. They're dangerous. They're very balanced. They can do a lot of things. But we have heavy confidence in our defense of being able to stop people.
That's got to be the whole key for you, right there,
No doubt.
that defense. And it was surprising to see them move the ball as effectively as they did against North Farmington, but hey, well, let's tee it up there on Friday night and see what happens.
No doubt. I think it was a lot of field position too.
Absolutely.
Turnover. Things just didn't go North Farmington's way, and sometimes that's what happens at a football game. Some guys get the bounces, some guys don't, and hopefully we get the bounces on Friday night.
You win the district title last year at home, and you get to play for another district title at home this year. What's the edge of being at Falcon Field?
Well, we haven't played there since week 4.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, sort of with some of the stuff that's gone on this year with our homecoming game getting forfeited by the other team and not being able to find a week 9 opponent. We've only played 2 home games all year. So the last home game we played was week 4. It seems to me like it was 10 years ago, and our kids are really excited to get another home game.
There we go.
We weren't exactly expecting it, but things happen. So we get to go play a home game, and our kids can't wait. I'm sure our school and community can't wait either.
How was your reaction to the victory over Oak Park? You said the best thing about it was simply that you get another week with your kids.
Absolutely. I completely agree with that. And I think any coach that's still playing now completely agrees. It's do or die now. So, every game that you go out there and play could be these seniors' last games. So you go out there and play like that. Every play, you play like it could be your last because it could be. So just to be able to come back and, scout all weekend and come back to my kids on Monday and get to, coach them for at least another week. We want to do that again and just keep this thing rolling.
What's the pressure like for the young people?
I don't think they feel pressure. I think the adults are the ones, the pressure on me, and I'm getting a little gray at 30 years old. These kids just like playing football. They're doing a great job. I don't think they have pressure. I think they just like being out there. They like the atmosphere. They do what we tell them to do. They play together like brothers, and the pressure's for the adults.
There you have it. Coach, good luck on Friday night.
Appreciate it. Thank
All
you
right.
much. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. It is the Falcons and the University of Detroit Jesuit Cubs. Falcon Field on the campus of Farmington High School. Friday night at 7 o'clock. We'll have the action for you on TV 10, but by all means, come on down to Falcon Field. You're going to see a great football game. It's round 2 of the playoffs on Friday night. So for Coach Cioroch, I'm Rich Kincaide, and we'll see you on our next edition of Coach's Corner.